Hey guys, welcome back to Elevate with Scott. This is my first video since I got back from an amazing 23 days in Los Angeles, and boy, I just had the most wonderful time. I can't wait to go back. I already have my next trip booked. But anyhow, today I want to talk about a major realization I had when I was down there. And yeah, something I've actually thought about a lot since then. And yeah, so now today I want to talk about it with you. So when you spend 23 days in a new city on vacation and you frequent the same places, you actually start to build some, relationships with people. You see the same people over and over, you're going to the same, music venues and whatnot, and same hotel. So yeah. And I always thought I was the type of person who didn't make assumptions when it came to meeting people. I always figured I was a very open-minded person. And yeah, but it turns out I'm not so much, because what was happening is I would meet somebody, everything would be going great, there'd be a great connection, great vibe, things would be going smoothly, and then all of a sudden things would just stall out, and I walk away going, what the hell just happened there? I'm confident, witty, I feel I'm handsome. So I wasn't quite sure what was happening. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's because, I don't know, I'm from another country. The distance is a problem for people, And then I thought, well, maybe that's just the way dating is these days, I don't know. I was really scratching my head trying to figure it out. And then all of a sudden, it hit me. And when it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was assuming purity. Now, assumed purity is when you treat another adult like they need to give you permission to act, even though they've already shown interest. And you end up freezing, waiting, and missing the moment. You assume they're fragile, passive, and need protecting, so you hold back out of respect while they assume you're going to step forward, and nobody moves. Yeah. So, there's what it looks like in real life. She signals interest, you respond, but only up to a safe point. You think, this is as far as I'm going to go until I have permission. She thinks, I've done my part, now it's his turn. She stops signaling, you read that as a loss of interest, nothing happens. Nobody did anything wrong, but nothing moved forward. The core mistake was I was waiting for explicit permission, and she was expecting decisive leadership. She was never going to go ahead and say, okay, you may now have permission to move forward. Her interest, engagement, presence, what was the permission to move forward? And I was missing it. So now, if any of this is resonating with you, don't worry. Because I'm not the kind of person to diagnose a problem and not find a cure. And I believe I did find the cure. And it is called assured agency. Now, what assured agency means? Assumed agency means you fully accept that you are allowed to act, choose, decide, and move things forward without waiting for permission, approval, or reassurance from someone else. It means you understand that adults are responsible for their own boundaries, reactions, and decisions, including you. How this shows up when meeting women. In real life, this looks like you don't wait for someone to clearly tell you what to do next. You don't need verbal permission to express interest or make an invitation. You act based on what you want while still respecting the other person's right to say yes or no and change their mind after they've said one of those if they choose to. So you are not forcing anything, you are offering something. Conversation, an invitation, a moment, and letting the other person choose their own response. Assumed agency is not aggression, pressure, or entitlement. It is clarity. You stop overthinking, you stop waiting for perfect certainty, and you stop outsourcing your confidence. You act honestly, respectfully, and directly, and you let reality sort itself out. Yes, so there. That changed a lot of things for me since I've discovered that. I've worked really hard on that, and it's made major changes in the way I meet people. And I'm always out meeting people, so I get to try a lot of experiments, and it's been amazing, the changes in this. So only took me 54 years to figure it out, but hey, here's moving forward. So basically the one sentence version is, assumed purity is when you wait for permission from someone who already expects you to act, and the moment dies in that gap. You assume the other person has agency too, meaning if they don't want something, they will say so or create distance. You are not responsible for mind reading or protecting them from choices they are capable of making themselves. The common trap without assumed agency. Without assumed agency, this can often happen. You wait for clearer signals. You hesitate because you don't want to cross the line. You assume you'll be told when it's okay to make the next move forward. Meanwhile, the other person's waiting for you to take initiative and nothing happens. Assumed agency flips things back to where they belong. I can make a move and they can respond however they want. Okay, and now for my socks. It's not going to say socks of the week because it's been more than a week. We'll say my socks of the episode. These are some socks I got at the Broad Museum in downtown Los Angeles. And what I really liked about these socks is they kind of remind me of me in Los Angeles, because it rained pretty much every day for 23 days there, and that doesn't bother me at all. I live on Vancouver Island. I'm used to the rain. I work in the rain. So it didn't bother me, but the skies were all black, and this was me running around, absorbing the culture, soaking it up, the rain, and smiling and having a blast the whole time. So these socks really do remind me of me in Los Angeles. And so, yeah, they're really cool, and I'm glad I got them. So anyhow, assumed purity, assumed agency, and really cool socks. Take care.